Good morning, folks. Check it out. Check it out. It's the Black Sound once again. Okay. Now, in this episode, I'll be telling you. In this episode, I'll be telling you about the higher self versus the lower self. All right. Now, when I talk about the higher self versus the lower self, what I'm explaining is talking about the heavens versus the reptilian you. All right. You got your higher self, your mind, your body. Then you got your body. Right. What you call your feelings or emotions. So now we get something like people talk about shape shifting, people talking about people being lizards. These are like consciousness that travel through lower self and they replicate a part of you that when it comes to this place of yours, this world, it instantly impacts the energy field or the electromagnetic field that you yourself are part of. Now, do you understand what I'm talking about here? I'm talking about your cells, your DNA. You have 50 trillion cells inside your body, right? And each of them, they are light. Each and every part of your cell is light. Now, light is a coding of the universe, or you can call the voodoo world, right? So if you're in your higher self, you're able to interpret through your own consciousness your spiritual heart versus what? Your body's emotions. So when you're talking about higher self and lower self, we're talking about certain types of beings that relate to this world in different types of who they are. So you have different people, like different spirits, right? Some people have, okay, let me put it like this. The soul or the universe births perspectives. So these perspectives are reincarnations. Some perspectives or some souls or some people come here with dead souls. Some here are living souls. Some here are unborn souls coming here to learn. Remember, the point of coming here is to learn. So when you're talking about a higher self is a living soul, someone who's come here or a perspective that the universe created. Remember, the body is the last place. The body is the last place for you to depend on. You have to depend on your soul, your mental game. Then take that to your heart. Do you understand what I'm talking about, right? So when you're in your higher self, you have your spiritual heart. So you're not using your eyes to perceive this place. You're using your heart, meaning that you're using a part of you that is not coming from these feelings, but they're coming from a feeling of a continuous continuum that you're a part of. That's why I call it a consciousness. So when you're a higher self, you're able to tap into that. They call it mind or space. So that mind or space is what the universe is doing now. It's creating enough frequency or a bigger frequency so that your own mind can have its own space to access its own divine form and create its own world from. So that's what a higher self from. Being able to reach out into your own mind space or your own spiritual heart. A higher self is a spiritual heart. So now you're not looking at the world with eyes. You're confirming with them now. The eyes are not only playing part of the game that you're playing with yourself, but you're not playing the system game now. You're not reading words like billboards anymore and taking them for serious. That's a mind that works in a way that the universe works. So it's trying to copy itself inside you so that you can also interpret that thing and also then you're going to end up going and buying it. See, that's how they control your third eye. So now if you have control of your third eye, you get control of your higher self. So you've activated that part of you that the Kundalini created. So now the difference is somebody who is in lower self, like something like a paper money, they would believe that it would give them so much energy. They would speak so much. You see, that's why work is there. That's why everything is endorsed on money, because it's created upon the blood flow of the same DNA as explained. You see the 50 trillion cells, the light, yes. So it's just the replica of your heart, but outside. So once you can take it out, then you can use it to trade and you can use it, but it's outside the heart. So when I talk about higher self, I'm talking about things that are inside, unborn feelings. You understand? That's why you have people who are creative, people who have imaginations. These are higher self thoughts. You understand? You have to tap into your body, hit your body a couple of times first. See, don't be scared to make mistakes in this world. Hit your body a couple of times first. Then you can understand what's happening. Then you can say, this is your higher self or your lower self. Right now, the world is run by lower self energy throughout, at its highest rate. You understand? So the higher self is a part of you that talks inside your mind for you. You understand? It's the part of you that you activate for yourself. Because we're all born lower selves. So to get to the higher self is through awareness. You have to actually activate certain perspectives. You have to learn. This world here, yo, is a school of learning. You have to learn. You have to equip yourself with knowledge. Without knowledge, your character won't have a place here where it's independent. You always follow the fish, the school of fish. Like you see how they're doing in school, giving us uniform. Then 1 2 1 2 jiggy jiggy, you are up again in office, having a staff card or another uniform. You see, these are forms of showing that your consciousness is being trapped. When you see a school uniform and you see a staff card, that's trapping consciousness. It's still keeping you inside an idea. You understand? So when you release those parts of you, you actually equip yourself with more energy, because light now inside the cells is determined by how much you speak inside, how much you put in for yourself. So if you're not reading energy from outside, you have to tap into yourself and create energy for yourself. That's what increases consciousness, right? And that's what keeps you in higher self. Your higher self thoughts will keep you in higher self vibrations. Therefore, you'll attract only frequencies that are higher self. So even if you see an artist, they have to use a skill, a certain gift in order to get, in order to enjoy a place here. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Just that when you're working with divinity now, you are more aware that this place first is a dream. It's manifested by the pineal gland. Then the process that the pineal gland copies goes to the what? The heart. So what the heart does now, it impacts the body, which is the emotions. So you fall into your own emotions. You fall victim to your emotions, thinking that's how this human game works. You see, that's why everything is playing on emotions. But once you go into your crystal mind, the Christos, the Christ mind, you'll see that it plays twice. E equals to mc squared. Energy multiplied by itself creates imagination. Go and study those stuff. Then you'll see that your imagination is playing a game before this place. You understand? So your own body projects itself first in the head. So if you're not in charge of your imagination, somebody else is. That's what this is about. So once you can connect with your higher self, you can connect with your imagination, then you will know that you have to create a story here first for yourself, because you are nothing, because you're just the cells, 50 trillion cells that are in darkness, and you have to think and talk into your thoughts so that you can send energy into the cells and they can light the body. So the light of the body gives character, gives ideas to the personality, and it builds this perspective. So you build your own perspective.